The boy was a perverted peeping Tom. He loved sneaking into the woods to watch couples being intimate. It was about to reach the critical time. The boy was so scared that he fled the scene in a hurry, but he still didn't get rid of the bad habit of peeping. He peeped at the beautiful woman next door, taking off her clothes on time, but was completely pestered by her. He was also forced to be a driver. The boy wanted to go along and join in, but was refused. Before long, a man covered in blood rushed out. Unexpectedly, the beautiful woman turned out to be a bloodthirsty vampire. Why is the town full of beautiful vampires, and what will become of the boy's fate? A blonde beauty with blue eyes woke up her bedmate, and kept praising him for his great performance last night. The male lead Jack smiled happily, but soon he realized that all that had just been a dream. In fact, Jack was timid and cowardly, and a loser who had been single for more than 20 years. He had always had a crush on Lily, but never dared to make it clear. After a simple breakfast, Jack came to the ice cream shop where he worked. The boss asked him to work overtime tonight, but Jack said no, saying that he was going on a date with Lily tonight. The two had been good friends since college. Upon hearing this, the other person told him not to brag. He didn't believe that Lily could be into Jack, so he asked Jack to set the date venue at the ice cream shop, but Jack refused without even thinking. The boss laughed at him, saying that he was indeed bragging. Jack said that it didn't matter if he didn't believe it. Before getting off work, he went out to take out the trash. His colleague Sarah saw him and also mentioned the date. She thought Lily and Jack weren't from the same world, but Jack didn't care at all what others said. Then he rode his bike to Lily's house, only to find that she was taking a shower. He was too embarrassed to go forward, so he had to send a message first, but soon he couldn't restrain his inner desire. He hadn't seen enough, when suddenly the town bully snatched Jack's phone. These two people usually like to bully others. Thinking that Jack was taking secret photos, they threw the phone away. Lily rushed over to ask what was going on. Jack hurriedly explained that he was just sending a message. As he spoke, he was about to go get the phone. Jack felt heartbroken when he saw his phone was broken. The two bullies realized something was wrong and quickly ran away. Lily wanted to comfort Jack, but he was already in no mood. At night, Jack casually looked out the window and found that a beautiful woman had moved in next door, though he didn't know when. What's more, she changed her clothes without drawing the curtains. Jack watched without daring to blink.
I said dinner's ready.
His mother asked what he was doing. Guilty, Jack flustered and said the moon was too bright. After fooling his mother, Jack continued to turn off the light and admire the beauty, but she stood by the window staring at him, scaring Jack into cowardice right away. Then he hurried downstairs to eat, but his father told him he wouldn't buy a new phone. He was really fed up with his son being a loser. He hoped Jack could fight back bravely, but his mother said that violence shouldn't be used to solve problems. Just then, the doorbell suddenly rang. Jack got up and ran to check, only to find that the beautiful woman from next door had come over. If she complained to his parents, what face would Jack have to stay at home? While he was feeling depressed, his father shouted to open the door quickly. Jack had to open the door and look. How could it be Lily? He confusedly asked if she had seen anyone else, but got a negative answer, and Lily came to invite him out to play. Lily talked about what happened during the day, and said she believed Jack didn't take secret photos. After all, they had known each other for years. Jack had seen her without clothes twice, but Jack said he was too drunk at that time, and didn't remember at all. Then the two went home. Lily intentionally said she wanted to tell Jack something private. Then the woman next door disappeared in the blink of an eye. Seeing Jack's strange reaction, Lily hurriedly asked what was wrong, but he hurriedly ran back home. Jack got into the bedroom and looked across. Sure enough, that woman was still staring at him.
We need to talk.
How did you...
Seeing that the woman could actually teleport, Jack quickly picked up a weapon for self-defense, and asked how she got into his house. The woman calmly said her name was Mia. She had just moved here recently. Jack didn't really want to know all this. He was even more afraid of being discovered by his parents, so he quickly opened the door to see her out. Mia said she needed a driver with a car to take her to a few places. If he agreed, she wouldn't tell anyone about Jack peeping at her, but Jack hadn't earned enough for the insurance premium of his car yet. What if there was a bump or scratch without insurance? So he didn't agree to Mia's terms. The other person had to plan to tell everyone that he was a perverted peeping Tom. Jack had no choice but to secretly drive the car out. After arriving at the destination, afraid that Jack would run away, Mia took the car keys and then walked into the building. Jack got out of the car out of curiosity to check, only to find the man who had opened the door earlier running out in a panic. He also shouted for help. Unexpectedly, Mia turned out to be a vampire. Jack, who saw the whole process, was scared stiff. He finally opened the door to run, but was immediately stopped by Mia, who told him to get in the car quickly. On the way back, Jack kept emphasizing that he would never tell anyone about tonight's incident. They should have no more contact in the future, but Mia said he should continue to serve her in the future, otherwise she would suck Jack's blood dry. Jack had to compromise. Moreover, there were benefits to doing things for Mia. He could also get a kiss before leaving. The next day, Jack was woken up by his mother in his sleep, saying that his father wanted to see him. Coming outside to ask about the situation, his father questioned why there was blood on the car window. Not knowing how to explain, suddenly Mia came over and introduced herself as the newly moved neighbor. There was a sudden loud noise late last night. She went out to check immediately, and found a deer had hit the car window. But it wasn't completely dead and managed to run away. Then they talked about car insurance. She said she was willing to pay this month's insurance premium on the condition that Jack could drive her out to play in the next few days. In the end, both Jack and his father agreed. Jack was at work. His good friend Martin came over. He hoped his buddy could help him win back the goddess Lily. He also confessed that when they graduated from college, Lily had invited him to spend an unforgettable night together, but he was a coward back then, and ended up standing her up. But he regretted it every time he thought about it. After all, anyone would be fascinated by that figure and face. Learning that Lily had once been interested in Martin, the timid Jack took the initiative to withdraw from the competition. He said he would help set up a date with Lily. In the evening, Jack didn't forget his appointment with Mia and drove her to a warehouse. This time, Jack was obviously much calmer and looked around curiously.
Oh my God!
At this point, Mia got into the car and kept savoring the taste of blood. It scared Jack out of his wits. It took a long time for him to calm down. When he got home, he carefully cleaned the car windows. Then he got into the house without a word, lay on the bed and began to think about life.
Gosh!
Mia said they should have a good talk. Then she talked about her life experience. It turned out that Mia was turned into a vampire. When she was 16, now she was almost 247 years old. Her beloved master died in 1890. The reason was that a group of vampires insisted on recruiting him. The master refused, so those vampires joined forces to kill him. Later, as time went by, this powerful group moved to other places. Only a small number remained in the town where Jack lived. And Mia came here this time to take revenge on her enemies, so all the people she killed before were vampires. Jack suddenly saw the light when he heard this. He finally didn't have to live in fear all day long. Then he also asked which vampire they were going to kill tomorrow. Mia said nothing and left. The next day, Martin woke Jack up while he was having a wet dream. The other person said excitedly that he was looking forward to meeting Lily on the weekend. He hoped Jack could help out beside him then. Jack fell into silence, deep in thought. Then he asked Lily out to the ice cream shop to chat for a while, seeing that this guy could really date a beautiful woman. The boss was completely convinced. At night, Jack drove Mia out for revenge again. On the way, he asked if the vampires were easy to kill this time. The other person said they were all descendants and underlings, with abilities getting worse one by one, except for that woman, who had been hiding from her for hundreds of years, and it was in her hands that her master died in the end. Mia swore that she would find her, skin her, and pull out her tendons. In short, she would make her wish she were dead. Jack wasn't afraid at all. He even said he wanted to watch up close when killing vampires in the future. Then he followed her into a building, perhaps having smelled the prey. Mia told Jack to hide, then went to the dim basement to search around. Before long, a security guard uncle appeared. Jack secretly followed, only to see the security guard shoot Mia twice. The uncle thought he had solved everything, but when he looked down, he found Mia's body was gone. He turned around nervously and went to hell right away. Mia didn't linger on the aftertaste. Instead, she rushed to Jack's side to check on him. She shouted anxiously for him to wake up, but he wasn't shot at all. He had just been playing dead. The next day, Jack went to work at the ice cream shop. Sarah pretended to come to his side casually, and said her band friends were going to perform. She had specially bought 2 tickets, and wanted to ask if Jack would like to go with her. It was obvious that Sarah was interested in him, but Jack said he seemed to be busy. Sarah understood that he was rejecting her, and left with a look of disappointment. In the evening, Jack came to help Martin win over Lily as agreed. The 3 of them felt awkward the whole time. Jack wanted to leave first, but both Lily and Martin said no, perhaps feeling really awkward. Lily went to the bathroom first. At this point, Mia walked in, told Jack there was an emergency, and took him away. But this was all Jack's idea. He didn't want to sit there all the time. After walking out of the restaurant, Mia asked what was going on. Jack said he had liked Lily since his freshman year, but it seemed she had always liked Martin. He had to be generous and help them get together. At night, Mia was curious about where Jack worked, and wanted to go into the ice cream shop to have a look, but Jack wanted to escape from here quickly. because the two customers sitting outside were bullies who had bullied him. For years, to make Jack stand up and face them bravely, Mia immediately got out of the car to provoke the bullies. After scolding them, she stepped aside to watch the show. The bullies, in a bad mood, attacked Jack right away. In less than 5 seconds, Jack was lying on the ground and wailing in pain. Mia came behind him and taught him a few moves temporarily, although he was still beaten black and blue. Luckily, he successfully hit the other person. Finally, he felt proud and elated for once. Now Jack wasn't only tough, but also always accompanied by beautiful women. It was obvious that a loser had completed a counterattack. Then he and Mia got into the car. Looking at Jack's poor appearance with scars all over, Mia took off her necklace and told him to drink the liquid inside, saying it was better than bruise medicine. After Jack drank it, Mia said that it was her blood.
Am I gonna be a vampire now?
No.
Late at night, Jack was having wishful thinking again. It was about to reach the critical moment. Suddenly, Mia appeared beside him and asked if he needed help, but at this time, Jack's father walked in. The atmosphere suddenly became awkward. Dad pretended that nothing had happened and left, but Jack didn't want to continue, because he still couldn't forget Lily. He told Mia to leave quickly. The next day, Dad looked at his son and smiled knowingly, already imagining holding a grandson next year. Jack said nothing and went out, only to bump into an anxious Martin. The other person shouted that Jack really should buy a mobile phone quickly. Last night was really terrible, Lily confessed to him.
Likes the looks of me, and whatever it is she likes about you.
Martin wanted Lily to fall in love with everything about him again, so he begged Jack to help him. On the other side, Lily was hanging clothes in the clothing store. When she saw a customer, she hurried forward to ask if they needed help. Mia turned around when she heard the voice. At the same time, Sarah found out what Jack had done the previous night. She said excitedly that he should stop worrying about other women, and instead go to watch the band with her. Jack had to agree after hearing that. In the evening, Dad asked Jack where he was going. Jack replied truthfully. Dad was also a bit confused. He only knew before that his son was a loser, who no one liked. How could he be so flirtatious now? So he told his son something right away. If you put your heart on many people, you might end up with none. Jack said he knew all that and went out of the house. Before leaving, he deliberately looked towards the next door. He was surprised to find that Mia wasn't in the bedroom. He wondered and went to the living room window, only to find Lily inside for some reason, and she was drinking with Mia. When did their relationship become so good? This made Jack very confused. Before he could figure out the reason, Mia and Lily went into the bedroom. Jack quickly ran home to peek, only to see the two women getting together. At this time, Sarah was still waiting for Jack to come. But the event was almost over. She didn't wait for him either. The next day, Jack hid in the car and stared at the next door. He found that Lily didn't leave until dawn. He didn't expect things to develop like this. Suddenly, Mia appeared and asked if he enjoyed the show last night. Jack angrily asked why she had to get involved with Lily. She said she just wanted to test if Lily was committed to Jack, but now it seemed that she wasn't a good match at all, although he knew that Mia was helping him. But Jack still didn't want others to treat Lily like that. He shouted that he would tell everyone that Mia was a vampire, but he was threatened by her. Jack knew he was no match for her, but he really didn't want Lily to be deceived by Mia, so he had to run to find Martin. He said he would do his best to help Martin win Lily over. Then he asked for Martin's phone to send a message to Lily. He left only after confirming that everything was okay. Later, Jack went to the ice cream shop and told the boss he was quitting, because he had a lot of things to do next. He left in style, but he was stopped by Sarah as soon as he went out. She questioned where he had been the night before. Jack apologized and said he had forgotten, so he got punched. Jack found Lily. In fact, the two of them told each other everything. Lily said Martin had asked her out again, but to be honest, Martin wasn't the best choice for a boyfriend. Jack hurriedly asked if she would agree to the date. Lily thought for a while and said she should go. Then Jack went home excitedly and asked his mother to secretly buy him a mobile phone. Everything was almost ready. Next, it was time to give Martin special training. He had a good appearance, but he had no idea how to pursue girls, so Jack simply taught Martin a few tricks. In the evening, Martin and Lily went on a date at a romantic restaurant. To ensure everything went smoothly, Martin wore headphones throughout. He repeated whatever Jack said, including explaining why he was wearing headphones. Lily didn't say anything. The pleasant dinner time came to an end. Lily asked happily where they were going next. Jack originally wanted Martin to take her home, but Martin thought the small woods were better. Afraid that something else would go wrong, Jack hurried to find them, but he found that Lily wasn't angry at all, and even took the initiative to get intimate with Martin. Jack's three views were completely shattered. He didn't expect Lily to be a vampire too. Jack fled the scene in a hurry. She chased after him and said she hadn't killed Martin. She just helped him complete the transformation, giving him longer life and stronger power. After that, Martin would be able to realize his football dream. She also asked Jack if he wanted the same. He refused right away, Lily said. The reason she did this tonight, first, to help Martin realize his dream, second, to confess her hidden secret to Jack. She hadn't told this secret to anyone for hundreds of years. It was because she liked Jack that she showed it to him. Thinking of the female vampire Mia had mentioned earlier, Jack realized right away that it was Lily who killed Mia's master, so he hoped she would pack up and leave the town quickly. Then Jack went home, unexpectedly. Mia already knew about Lily, she also said. She would finish her revenge tonight. Jack was naturally unwilling. Mia threatened that he either helped or died. At this time, Lily had already come to Jack's door. Before going in, she specially let Martin, who had woken up, out. He exclaimed that this feeling was amazing. He would definitely become the king of football in the future. As he was talking, suddenly the ice cream shop owner appeared. He shouted that he had heard Lily and Jack's conversation. He would tell everyone about it. But he was thrown to the ground and frantically bitten. Then Lily rushed into Jack's house. A battle between the two women was imminent. Jack didn't want Lily to get hurt. Mia was completely unharmed. Lily took the lead in attacking, but after a few rounds, she was pinned down and couldn't move. Mia complained that Lily had killed her master, and completely ruined everything for her. Lily explained that things weren't as she thought, but Mia didn't listen at all. Jack hurried to pull them apart, but was pushed away immediately. Mia said that only one of her and Lily could survive tonight. Mia was very disappointed with Jack's performance, so she pulled out a dagger to kill Lily. It's just that she was careless this time and couldn't defeat her. Mia said angrily, "If you have the guts, kill me, otherwise, she would definitely avenge her master." Lily said she wouldn't do that. She just wanted Mia to know the truth. It turned out that Lily's boss was very cruel. In order to expand the team, he forcibly incorporated her family, turning all vampires into crazy and bloodthirsty maniacs. Lily didn't associate with them, but she also had no ability to resist. That day, the boss wanted to recruit new people again, and this vampire was Mia's master. Lily secretly told him that she was also forced. He felt pity and gave his blood to Lily. He also covered her retreat and let her escape. She was now the only bloodline of the family. Knowing the truth, Mia was very distressed, and said that they could create a new family. Seeing the two vampires together, Martin shouted excitedly that he loved this kind of crazy ending. It's just that Jack was very distressed. The house was full of vampires, and he was the only human, which was a bit out of place. After that, Lily and the others simply packed their luggage, said the situation in the town was a bit complicated. They were going to other places to continue their family bloodline, so they reluctantly said goodbye to Jack. Just then, the boss, who had become a vampire, came out, said he never thought he would become like this, but now he must follow the team to strengthen the family, and the ice cream shop couldn't be without a person in charge, so he generously gave the shop to Jack, and then got into the car excitedly. The next day, Jack woke up from his sleep. He always felt that everything that happened last night was a dream, but it did happen. Jack excitedly went downstairs and told his parents that he planned to become a writer in the future. Dad thought he was joking. He asked what he could write without any wonderful life experience.
Vampires.
Vampires?
Jack said that's right, and it's a story about two female vampire lovers. After speaking, he rushed out of the house and came to the ice cream shop. Jack stopped the angry Sarah, hoping that she would give him some time to explain everything. In the end, he got together with Sarah. The film ends here. This movie makes people think that they have gotten into the wrong studio. How did the promised horror movie become a small-town love triangle? And there are too many plot twists, and finally a absurd ending. It's really inexplicable. Won't the screenwriter laugh when he watches it himself? And the only thing that makes people feel happy in the whole film is that the actress's looks and figures are really good. Of course, I still have a question. Can a vampire really kill another by biting it? The key is that the blood isn't drained. If you like my channel, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe.